thought we might try this unique idea of sharing our art collection in a place in these historic buildings that would help the community.
What's been the response?
Well, it's been amazing, actually. As you might imagine, our financial advisors and bankers said, don't do it. The money is safe where it is. But we took the risk, and we've had a really good time with it. And it's been so successful that other people, the communities like the halls here in Oklahoma City came to us and asked us if we wouldn't help them do the same thing. So the first one outside of our community was Bentonville, Arkansas, and now we have 4 open, 4 under construction, and more under consideration. So it's exciting. So the Hall family has been very active in the community, and this particular building, which was a Model T Ford factory, is unique in that the grandfather started working there when he was 24, I think, and the family now owns the building. So there's a wonderful history with the building as well as the community. And when they came to us with the idea, it was unique even within the confines of unique 21Cs. So we're really excited to be putting a museum hotel inside of historic automobile factory. I think any investor on that level is always concerned about locating anywhere, but the reason certainly it's a risky site, or it was, as you know now, even though we're not open yet, it's becoming obvious that it's going to be a very good location because of housing and a music venue going in next door and other plans around us. But at the time, those things were not certain, but like the situation in Louisville, it seemed like not only a good opportunity for 21C, but it was a way for us to help the Hall family replicate what we've done in Louisville, which is gratifying. 21C Louisville is in 5 old whiskey, bourbon, tobacco warehouses. 21C in Durham is in an old bank building. 21C Oklahoma City now is a Model T Ford factory. So each of those locations have unique opportunities, but I can tell you that I'm really excited by this location because of it's got great character. When you walk in the building, it's quite evident that it was a factory, and we've been careful to keep that feeling. The bones of the building are these great old concrete columns and very large factory windows, which we have refurbished and are going to provide very interesting large studio loft kind of windows in the hotel, which actually I've never seen a hotel under any brand that has this kind of sort of a New York loft residential feeling. We're very excited about that. And Deborah Burke, our architect in New York, has helped us with all of our projects, but especially here in Oklahoma City, take the advantages of the building, the bones of the building, and turn them into what we think is going to be the most exciting hotel in Oklahoma City. Again, the 21C Oklahoma City is a factory building, so that feeling follows you all the way up into the residential floors. So the halls are wide, the concrete columns are evident, the factory elevators that have been there since the building was building are evident, and we've chosen materials that are warm but yet reference the building as once a factory. I'm a farmer, actually, from my roots. I've only been in the hotel business 10 years when we when we opened 21C, I had no hotel experience. So I joke that it makes it easier to break the rules when you don't even know what the rules are. But 21C Oklahoma City is going to have about 150 employees, and we are going to hire mostly local people. Our general manager that we've already hired is from here. When we go into a community, we like to hire local people. We like not to be a corporate entity that has come into the community with all the answers. We like to reference the community and take information from the people, the local people. And we, in Oklahoma City, we've hired Matt Cowden, who is a local citizen. So we haven't brought someone trained in New York City to come in here and teach you how to do it. So with Matt's leadership, we're going to also hire another 150 mostly local people. We'll have a few people from within the 21C culture that will come in and help train, and we have a really good history with our employees. Sometimes employees that start in Louisville want to grow with the company and will express the desire to go to Durham or Cincinnati or now Oklahoma City. So we like to honor those people who want to stay with the company, but by and large, most of the employees will be from this region.
I'm originally from Oklahoma. Spent some time with Marriott Hotels and Resorts. I got to travel around the country for a number of years. About 12 years ago, came back to Oklahoma City, worked for Starwood Hotels. Did that, had a great tenure there, and then found myself moving to 21C. Came here right on the tail end of the first MAPS project, and of course Bricktown Entertainment District had just reached its Phoenix and was doing very well. The Quarter Shore program was being put in place, more hotels opening. It was a great resurgence of the lodging industry for downtown, and got to be kind of right in the middle of that for a number of years. I think it was back in the 2006, 2007, like a lot of hoteliers, really paid attention to the trends that were happening in the industry, and heard about the Louisville hotel for 21C that was opening. And what was amazing about that was the connection with contemporary art, actually being a museum, an art museum first and foremost, that just happened to have a hotel built with it. And from that, saw it grow, develop into other markets, such as Cincinnati and of course Bentonville, Arkansas, and just was amazed by it and excited about it. And when I learned that it was coming to Oklahoma City, the possibility of that 3 years ago, very interested in learning more about it, and of course how it would be such an amazing asset for our downtown hotel industry, no doubt. At first I was surprised, but then when you look at the other markets that they've been in, or they are in, and continue to look at it, it made sense. And I think especially with the art connection and how Oklahoma City is very involved in that culturally, it really did make sense. And I found that even more recently as I've gone to some of these events and community gatherings. The art community is just incredibly excited about this, and I think it just makes sense. It'll be a great fit and will definitely serve a niche that I think is needed to be addressed for many years. I think, you're talking about, first and foremost, an amazing building with an incredible history, and you have to understand that and support that, and it's part of our culture and what we are going to be doing as we continue with the build and the opening. The other part of that, of course, is just the museum itself, of which is our focus, our major focus, which is something different than I've ever done, of course. And as a hotelier, we're looking at just an amazing architecture, and size of rooms and public space and galleries that is just going to be totally different than anything else that exists in Oklahoma City. The hotel will have 134 guest rooms. It will also have one penthouse suite that will be close to about 3,000 square feet itself, so 135 total. It's comprised of spectacular suites, both on the exterior, or I should say on the corners, and then we also have some suites that are on the interior, which that's all I can tell you. It's some surprises there, but very cutting edge, and very large, with high ceilings, a lot of great space that really kind of utilizes the existing architecture. Restaurant lounge are located on the first floor on our east wing of the property, located in the original showroom with the terrazzo flooring, original terrazzo flooring, just spectacular, and will be a chef-driven restaurant, farm-to-table concept, really reflecting a lot of the local culture and culinary flair. And also includes on the south side of the building a beautiful area for outdoor dining that is right off of the back part of the restaurant itself. So we have in the hotel, located on the first floor, just adjacent to the lobby entrance area, we have over 14,000 square feet of exhibition space. This is inclusive of our galleries and public areas and banquet space as well. But all of it will have art that is either permanent art that has been commissioned or is part of our rotating exhibition that come through the properties twice a year. So yeah, all of that will be integrated throughout our galleries.